Lauren Rodych-Eberle is back with us this week, and we've talked about a number of different things in the past couple of weeks, Lauren, everything from moving to healthy eating. And today we're going to talk about activity and exercise when it comes to kids, because this is something that a lot of younger kids will be on the go, but if you don't get that habit instilled early, they might not want to continue doing it. So how do you find toddler friendly activities and things to keep them interested and active? What are some of the things that you do?
Yeah, like I said other weeks when we were talking about food, it's the kind of the same with activities. Your kids want to do what you're doing and what they see. So if you can get outside daily, and even if it's just a walk or heading to the park, or if it's something bigger like a bike ride or a hike, they're going to want to do those things as well.
So how often should they exercise, and how do you kind of get them started into that routine? Like, I know you talked about just going out, whenever, but should you try and get them into, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to do this, or should you give them a bit of a break and just whenever, you guys want to go out and do activities, just whatever suits your schedule?
Well, when they're younger, I think it's all just about moving your body. Actually, even us as adults, it's about moving our body. So I just try and make sure that we do something moving our body every single day. If that can be outside, ideally, then you get the bonus of moving your body and the fresh air. But if not, and it's creating an obstacle course in our house or playing mini sticks, which is a huge hit in our house, then that's what we can do too.
And now you have a toddler, Lauren, so I'd like to focus specifically on that. Um, Sometimes you see families out and they are trying to do maybe things that are a little bit different level. They want to push the toddlers to do as much as they can. So how do you find things that are family friendly, that everybody can enjoy? And, it's not boring per se. When you're taking the toddler out, you're not, rolling your eyes and, oh, we have to do this again. How do you make kind of things fun for the whole family?
Yes, I've had this discussion before because it is really important that you're going a little bit at their pace when they're at that age, because they're wanting to explore and see all these things for the first time. And you don't really want to rush them through it because you want them to enjoy it and want to engage with it in the future. So I say to be patient and let all that go and kind of go at their pace. But I think the way to make it fun for the whole family is to do the things that would be fun for the whole family. So even if you love golfing, maybe you make it toddler friendly by doing a little mini golf, once again, obstacle course, even if it's just in the backyard and you set up a little spots. But anything that the whole family can love, just kind of create it so that it's safe and doable for all ages.
Well, and another thing when it comes to activities, there's the option of teaching them to sing or do things with art and musical instruments, which I also know is part of your background. So,
Yeah.
how important is it to incorporate those things into the life of a toddler? And then how soon do you start with that?
I'm so passionate about music that I'm incorporating music into Colin's day every single day. So I really don't think there's an age that's too young. I've taught parent and child classes where they're 6 months old, and it's really just about engaging with them and showing them the music and doing it with them. So I don't think there's a too young. I think whether you're making music with them on a little toy xylophone, or you're just playing music, or you're singing and dancing, that's great. If you want to take a class, that's great too, but it's not really required. I say just kind of bring it in. And I also want to say that there's not a too late, because I have had people come to me and say, oh, my kid's 10 and they haven't done music before. Can we start it? Of course, it's never too late.
One thing, Lauren, that is important to encourage with at any age is body positivity. And I know it might not be something that toddlers quite understand, but as we see, they remember a lot of things that you might not think that they do. So how do you encourage body positivity, even with someone who is just as young as a toddler?
Yes, I think our language is super important. And that's why even when they're a toddler and they might, we think, not understand exactly what we're saying, it's important that we start practicing that language. So I try and not talk about shapes and, like I said, even good or bad foods. I try and talk about, with fitness, us being strong and us moving our bodies. So when Collins and I go out on a hike and she's working hard, I'm like, wow, look how strong you are. And I think that's really important to talk about it in that way, about what our bodies can do for us.
Well, Lauren, thank you once again for speaking with us. And once again, if anybody is looking to reach you, what's the best way to find you? It's always enjoyable to see your posts. I don't know how you come up with so many different ideas, not just for parenting, but for recipes and for all different kinds of things. So, how do people find you?
Thank you so much. Yes, everything is Lauren Rodych-Eberle. So laurenrodych-eberle.com and on Instagram, Lauren Rodych-Eberle.